Gabe made this beat.
Welcome to Say Like a Champ, episode 147. It's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Strizzy back in the building. What's good, everybody? Welcome back, Slackers.
Yes, welcome back. Another beautiful Tuesday, another happening weekend in sports. Definitely got some things to talk about, but definitely want to check in with our Slackers. Got a couple people in the building early. We definitely have to say thank you and welcome to Bell in the building. Happy Tuesday.
Bell.
And also Mahomes. Hello, sports fans. Yes. Hello. Interested to get your guys' takes and your comments and input on our stories for this week. We do appreciate the likes and the engagement, so keep it coming. But Strizzy, anything you want to talk about or touch on before we kind of get this thing going?
Man, no, not for me, man. I said it's starting to dwindle down a little bit. You know what I mean? It's that summertime where basketball just ended, football's been done for a couple of months, and now it's it's gonna be kind of baseball and golf. You know what I'm saying, for the rest of this way. So. Even hockey's winding down too. That might be over pretty soon. But we're in that home stretch till we get back into football. You know what I'm saying? But how about you? Anything crazy come up?
No, everything's good. Also got Pops jumping in. Hello. And then also, like you said, a lot of golf. We definitely got to bring in the final member of our panel before we can launch off, and that is Marcus. What's good?
What's up, people? How y'all doing, man?
Doing great. And yeah, you're the golf expert. When we get to other sports, I definitely want to hear your thoughts about some more news we did get about golf and live today. It just keeps coming with that.
Happy belated Father's Day to everybody out there. It's Pops, everybody. It's Trizzy.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, thanks for calling that out. Absolutely. I definitely got to say happy Father's Day to both of you. A little belated, but hopefully everybody had a nice little celebration this weekend and was with some friends and family. So that's what's up. Also, definitely got to give a shout out to Anthony Wesson joining in, another father out there doing his thing. And also Stephanie Washington too. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Hey, all indeed. So yeah, I think it's time. Let's go ahead and pop off this first topic of the day. Let me get the graphics popping and let's see what's going on. What's up next?
Oh, let's check it out, man, real quick.
Tuned to NFL Talk. Let's get it. All right, NFL Talk, our first topic, as always. We have 79 days till kickoff, so still a little ways to go. But we are in the midst of the summer. Still a little bit of news we wanted to talk about here. I'll get a couple quick things out of the way. Gronk retires again. I just wanted to ask you guys, is this time for good? I mean, or what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's over with.
Yeah, I think so too. I think this one it'll be official. A couple more people jumping in. Kelly, thank you for being here. She says choosing SLAC over Disney fireworks. Wow, that is love. Thank you for jumping on it and for being with us. We'll have to catch some fireworks later on for sure. And then we also got Grace in the building. What's good? Thank you for
Grace.
All right. But yeah, so I do think that Gronk, I think it's over for him this time. Did get that extra ring, got that extra ride with Tom Brady. I don't see him coming back again.
For sure.
Some news that we may or may not be able to report on next week, but Roger Goodell is testifying in front of the House committee that has been investigating the Washington football team's workplace environment. Dan Snyder is also pictured there. He will not be testifying. He basically said that he wasn't able to testify because of a conflict, even though they had scheduled it a long time ago. And so the court was like, well, we're just going to proceed without him if he's not willing to come. I kind of think that's interesting. Like, I think he should have to testify. I want to see what's going to happen with this one, though. I don't know if he just thinks Roger Goodell will be able to deflect for him, but there's things that he would be more open to or have more exposure to, like being the actual owner. So
Exactly. Roger Goodell's not, he's not there every day. He doesn't. His home base isn't in Washington. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he should be there. It almost makes him look bad, in my opinion, for him to not be there.
Oh, definitely. He don't want to get out there.
Yeah.
So, Marcus, I don't know if you're frozen, Marcus. What do you think about this? Marcus is frozen.
Yeah, I think he's frozen too. All right. You gotta
we'll put him down for just a second because you know how it goes. You always get frozen in the worst spot. So,
for real.
Anthony West says, "Wild not to be present for something this important to your legacy." I think so too. But I don't think he's going to be able to hide or get away from it forever. We'll see. But Ryan Fitzpatrick out there, he just was signed as an analyst for Thursday Night Football for Amazon. And this year, Amazon is going to have exclusive rights to Thursday Night Football. So it's not going to be on like NFL Network or like CBS, how it was in the past. You're going to have to go through Amazon Prime Video to get it. So
I like that, actually.
I kind of like it, but it's like here come the games again. Like, you're going to have to be like, $5 here, $10 here. Like, as far as like having access to everything, because if the cable network split them all up and you have to go through different ways. I don't know, but
that's true. I guess selfishly, you know what I'm saying? Like I've had Amazon Prime for so long, so you automatically get Amazon Video, so it doesn't bother me. But like, but I think you still have satellite, right? Or cable or
yeah, I've got all kinds of ways, and I have Prime Video too.
Okay. So like I don't have cable, so like I could never watch the NFL Network ones.
Right, gotcha.
And then like I think it's like 4 to 5 games in, then it switches to Amazon or whatever. So that's the only reason why I'm glad it's just all on Amazon. I don't have to like wait or whatever to watch them or watch them online or
do it some other way
through those links or whatever those other sites.
Yeah. No, I feel that because I do think it's a hassle trying to get everything. I'm interested to see if like what the older generation that's just used to like turning on like local channels,
That's true.
Like not everybody wants to like fire off their PS5 and like go and like download an app to watch a football game. But that is the way it's going. And Anthony Weston mentions, which I did want to mention too, that Apple Plus is trying to get a deal that DirecTV basically has. So they are talking about Apple TV is probably going to take it over in a couple years, but the bidding it's basically becoming a bidding war. About who's going to have the rights to NFL, but that's what keeps everything going up and keeps growing this business. It is crazy though, that like if Apple Plus does it, they're already talking about having like 2 subscription models where you can subscribe to the league or you can subscribe to your team. So where you could just get your team's games no matter what.
Yeah.
Which I think that's kind of a cool alternative.
I think it is too, honestly.
Yeah.
Like I could never watch Panthers games unless they're playing on like, Monday night or Thursday night or something. I always have to like watch them on some type of illegal fan site or something like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
watch it until it's taken down.
100%. That's the worst part about it. The thing that sucks the most is like it's still on Fox. You know what I'm saying? Like it's still on Fox. So it's not even like it's some super illegal pay-per-view or something like that. But yeah, I totally see both sides because it does suck that with the way things are going, the way streaming's going nowadays, it's like you got to have 6 different applications just to watch everything you want to watch. You know what I mean? So
yeah, and everybody's trying to get their, because everybody has their own streaming service, so everybody's trying to get something exclusive onto theirs. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pop says, I think it sucks we pay enough of the package, or should say it does.
Thanks.
Yeah. And then Moms, brings out a good point. It makes it harder for low-income folks to enjoy the sport because that's the thing. It's like it should be just more. Used to just be more available, but now everything's got to be premium.
What's everything's going up, and our wages are staying the same, bro. Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? It's killing us.
Yeah, no, everything's going up. But Marcus, we were just talking about. I was interested to see what you think too. Like, do you like that? Like, different streaming services are taking like different things. Like Amazon Prime is going to exclusively have Thursday Night Football. And then Apple's talking about getting like some rights to certain games and things like that. Do you like that, or do you like it just being on regular TV?
Yeah, I think regular. I'm a more traditional type of person because some people who like football a lot, they probably can't afford that or can't have those other things. So I think having it on regular TV was a little more easy for people. But I was going to ask you too, but the Amazon Prime thing, I'm not Arizona, but the Amazon Prime, I know Troy Aikman's on there now, but for some reason they have more games now. Him and I think Buck, what's his name? Joe Buck.
Yeah.
So they doing more Thursday night games, all right?
Yeah.
So how's that? How does that work now though? Because they only had Thursday night before, so they have like I guess Sunday games too. I guess.
Well, I don't know if they're gonna basically do it like earlier, but the thing is, it's gonna be he's going to Monday Night Football.
Oh, he's on Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
So
Monday Night Football, they have it all year round, and then sometimes the Thursday is like you're saying, like maybe it's like only so many weeks out of the year.
Oh, I thought since he went to Amazon Prime Day, which is that Thursday. No, they don't do Thursday, so he went on Monday Night Football. Okay, so that makes sense now and then.
And the rumors were he was maybe potentially going to join Amazon, and they were going to give him big money. That's when ESPN came out and went crazy with.
Oh, so he didn't. Oh, okay, gotcha. I was like, I thought he signed with Amazon. Okay. So now it makes sense now because there was him and Joe Buck was talking on the interview about having more games and do all this. I'm like, I thought they were like, okay, so everything makes sense now.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that's what they'll be doing, and then Fitzpatrick will be on Thursday Night Football. So that'll be interesting. They got him a little somebody, I guess.
So Louis Riddick and Brian Grease, all those guys got the boot.
Yeah, they had to go. God. They were lucky they even got the 2 years they got. Honestly.
They got it's true because the Manning brothers got more play than them. I was watching them more than I was watching anything. So
right, they darn near got replaced by the Manning brothers, and they are not even announcers. Like they weren't even trying to announce a game.
You think they're gonna do it again this year though, or is it gonna be gone?
I hope so. I liked it.
I hope so too. It's funny. I mean, I always have like a guest on too. That's usually like an actual player and stuff. Like they had Tom Brady on too during I think like the playoffs or something last year when he wasn't even playing anymore. Like
yeah,
I think they're fun, and I hope they kind of like keep to themselves. Like. I know money talks and someone might try to buy them off, but I kind of hope they just continue to do their own thing.
Yeah. We'll see. Okay, the last one on here is Tyreek Hill, and I know this is kind of a couple weeks old, but I did want to get your thoughts because I don't think we talked about this on the podcast itself, and I wanted to hear what Anthony Weston thought too. With the whole Tyreek Hill situation, basically the comments he came out recently saying that Tua is more accurate than Patrick Mahomes and that he thinks that the Chiefs are going to struggle without him. What did you guys think of this talk? Strizzy, I wanted to hear what you thought about that.
A couple of things, man. Like, okay, first and foremost, you got to say that, right? I mean, it's your new quarterback, running a new team, new franchise. I guess if they ask you the questions, you got to answer in a positive note towards your new quarterback. But come on, bruh. Like, the very first pass that we saw Tua throw to him was so far behind him. Like, and that's been a major problem with Tua in general. It's just his arm strength and that hip, right? It hasn't looked very good, and I don't think he's going to be able to get it to him as much as he probably thinks he is. I think they're going to turn Tyreek Hill into what OBJ was in just like a slant specialist when he was playing on the Giants with Eli. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that's what it's going to be. But I also think that Mahomes isn't going to struggle the way Tua is. Like Mahomes is still Mahomes at the end of the day. But Hill did account for 80% of Mahomes' touchdown passes during his time in Kansas City. So it's still a huge weapon being taken away.
Yeah. Marcus, what did you think?
I think Tua is gonna be his best year he has so far. I think he's gonna have a good year with those guys. He's not. Patrick Mahomes is a one-in-a-lifetime type of quarterback, so he's not even on his level. Right? It's arena, but I really do think Tua gonna have a good year this year. Though I think he's gonna kind of push it, go to playoffs and do good. But I just think he's maybe trying to give him confidence. Maybe that's what he's trying to do. But he's not even on the same level as Patrick Mahomes, so that ain't gonna happen.
Gotcha. Yeah, Anthony Weston says he could be more accurate, but that's easy when you're throwing 5-yard passes.
Exactly.
And then Pop says Hill is mad he got traded, but Chiefs were wise to get rid themselves of him. Yeah, I think it might be a little bit of that, like kind of Strizzy, what you alluded to. Like he's trying to be positive in his new situation. Like he's obviously not going to want to be looking back and being like, oh, this or that. So I do think, though, to me too, it was interesting that he said these things on his podcast. And I don't know if he was just trying to stir things up or like get some attention or anything like that too. Maybe that was a little piece of it. But we'll see. I hope that both teams are successful next year, though. I do. We'll see what happens. Bob says Tua's going to get banged up by week 5.
Might not be wrong.
Yeah.
Do you see me Stephanie question?
Yeah, so the last topic for NFL talk, that really is unfortunately like still not settled. Still see what's going to happen, but she mentions how do you feel about Deshaun Watson settling 20 of his lawsuits? So yeah, so Deshaun Watson's attorneys did come out and say that he settled 20 out of the 24 lawsuits. At least one of the lawsuits that's remaining, the plaintiff said she's going to go all the way.
It's the
And that
first
she's not,
check.
yeah, that she's not settling like the first one that came out. So we'll see what happens. But I think that this is more movement than we've seen from their from like I guess Watson's standpoint. Like it shows that he's trying to get this out of the way. But I don't know. There's rumors that it could be an unprecedented, however you said that word, unprecedented suspension. I think that he might go down a lot longer than what we thought.
I think so too. Especially because the league, like, I hear like now the league is asking for a longer one now. Like they're now pushing Goodell to make a decision, make a choice, and they're basically saying we want an extensive type of suspension. So he can miss the year. He can miss the year.
Yeah.
So y'all think somewhere in the contract that the Browns did that, if that happened, they get some of that money back, or is that money gone?
I think there might be, like, if it's, I don't know, like maybe they did build in some protection, but they said it was guaranteed. So,
but it has to be some kind of way. Like the lawyers have to be like something in there, man. Because I don't know, because him guaranteed million, he had to play this year. So it's like all of a sudden it's happening again. Like it had to be somewhere in there, hopefully. But
yeah,
it depends too. It also depends on how desperate the Browns were. You know what I mean? Because like you got to remember that too. Like remember how like the Browns like the first team out, and then all of a sudden they were in. You know what I mean? So they might have basically been like, you know what, come here, we'll just guarantee you all the money. You know what I mean? And that was it.
If I'm Baker Mayfield, I'm gonna play this to my advantage right here. Like,
yeah,
because you need me now. So it's like, I don't know. That's gonna be, I gotta see how it's gonna play out, man. I want to see that.
And Pop says here in 2 years, like Bauer got.
Yeah, Anthony Weston says at least a year.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking now too.
And then Pop said he's hearing 2 years like Bauer received, which that was a different thing, but kind of comparable. Yeah. Mom says he should be out a year. And the thing is, it is crazy though that they couldn't have just like figured this out, because he has been out technically a year. And I do wonder, like, if they say it's going to be a 2-year suspension, maybe they'll try to say retroactively or something, like the last year counts or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's not looking good. But we'll definitely be watching that. And go ahead.
No, I was gonna say one last thing is, like, I thought by now we'll get some other cases like this, because I don't really think he's the only one. I think there's some other cases out there, but maybe they did what they're supposed to do. They stayed with their team or did what they're supposed to do, because Deshaun, if he stays with Houston, we probably don't know about all this. So I'm just kind of surprised we don't have more of this going on out there. I'm hearing about it. So
yeah.
Maybe he's the only one doing that though. I could be it too. I don't want nobody out there. He could be the only one that did that. So
well, I think more things even might have the potential to come out though, because they are talking about how the Texans were involved in sometimes like helping arrange hotel rooms for him, and giving him non-disclosure things for his masseuses to sign. So I do think that the NFL might make an example of him and try to basically get rid of all of that, or try to stay as far away from that as they can. So
that's a shit, man. So
but it's this is an unfortunate story all around. Like it's just crazy, and the fact that it's been going on for so long. And when it first came out, we were all like, "What?" Like it just didn't seem like his character. And now it's like there's no way you can think about him without thinking about all this. Like,
oh
yeah. So, all right, we'll leave it there. Let's go ahead and jump into our next topic, and let's wrap up the NBA season that was. All right, NBA talk. Since we last met over the weekend, or not over the weekend, technically, I guess it was Thursday night. The Warriors finished off the Boston Celtics 4-2, and this weekend they had their little parade popping off, and Steph Curry got his Finals MVP as well. So, what do you guys think? What are you guys' final thoughts on the Splash Brothers? And also, I kind of want to hear like Marcus and Strizzy, what you guys think about their legacy as it stands, having 4 rings now.
Go ahead, Triz.
I mean, legacy lives on, right? I mean, like you can't really take too much away from the Warriors. Let's just say pre-KD and post-KD. You know what I mean? Because they stuck with their trio. They built around their trio, and they've been successful with that trio. You know what I mean? Like, as much as I wanted to hate the Warriors pre-KD, I really couldn't, because they drafted all those players and they built around Steph. And as much as I know y'all hate Mark Jackson, but he really started it. He really gave them the green light to get them going. And they've been talented. When they're healthy, they're dangerous. You know what I mean? And that's shown the last 3 years. It's been rough. You know, Steph misses, Clay's out 2 years. The year where Steph comes back or whatever, and Clay loses that whole year again, and still couldn't get into the playoffs, even with the play-in tournament, just because, you know, everyone's not healthy. But I think it shows like how good these guys are when they're together and healthy. No one can really stand in their way. You know what I mean? Boston looked really, really good, and they tore them apart. That all that one-on-one stuff doesn't work when you're playing against a really, really good team.
Yeah.
I'm a little different. This whole situation. They're a great team. I'm not ever taking that away from them. But the first championship, they beat a team that was hurt. They was healthy. Who knows what happened right there? Then you go with your team. You healthy. You play against a better team. You lose. Then you go get a better player to make you really good, unstoppable. You win 2. But then this year you play against a hurt, Denver team. Who knows? They have Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray. That series, y'all don't get hurt. We don't know what happened that series. So to me, they get lucky. You know, to me, I don't think they played a hard series. You know, you played Dallas in the championship game, but it wasn't hard. You know what I'm saying? So Boston, they're not that experienced. They're not that good. So to me, they get the luck of the draw. You gotta have some luck. But I'm not taking it away from them. But I would love to have seen them play against a team that was healthy and all the way through. Because some teams they play against all the way through healthy teams. It was kind of even. To me, every time they won, they had an advantage some kind of way. So, like I said, they still have the best shooter in the world, no doubt there. But I just think if the Bucks have Middleton, I don't pick them to beat the Bucks this year. I think the Bucks beat them. But like I said, they get the luck of the draw. It happened to them too. They got injured and lost in the finals also, so of injuries. But I could never give them a concrete because they didn't beat the best of the best to me. So they got that championship. They cool, but I would never be like a big Warriors fan. So because especially like you said, the Mark Jackson thing, I always have a bad taste in my mouth because he got no credit at all of this, and we know how it happened. So that's the only thing with me, but it's all good. Congratulations to them. I like Steph Curry. I like Klay Thompson. Draymond, he gets on everybody there, but he's a character to me, and he does his role. So congrats to the Warriors, but I'll never give them concrete championships.
Right. I agree with everything you said, Marcus. I do.
Yeah, and I'm somewhere in between. I definitely am happy Boston lost, though. You know, that's for my Lakers legacy. I'm like, no, you know, can't let Boston lose. Can't let Boston win another one. What do you guys think about Boston, though? Were they kind of a little bit ahead of their time? Do you think that they'll potentially be back, or do you think they fall back? They kind of, this was maybe their best shot with this group.
Nah, they'll definitely be in the mix. But anytime you have that big guy in Milwaukee, I'm always go with those guys. So, but they'll be in the mix. I don't think you can add or take away from this team. It's gonna hurt the team, you know. So I just think you get better role players, but you can never take away because that's the core of the team. Because you bring somebody in better, then Tatum gonna go back, and then Jalen and Brown will go back too. So I think you got to keep that core together. I think their thing is experience and playing those playoff games, playing those hard games to get better and see how I like Jason Tatum. I ain't doing enough, so that kind of get him going a little bit more, put a little more heart in him too. So that team is a great team. It just needs experience. I think that's all it is. But they'll always be in the mix. like the top 3 for a while. So that's why I would put him at.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I'm with you though, Marcus. I think like if Milwaukee's fully healthy, they probably fully take it again.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't think they
All
lose.
right. Last thing I did want to mention about the Warriors, though, Kenny Atkinson, after winning the finals now with the Warriors, he had previously accepted the Hornets job. He informed the Hornets that he's not going to go. He's going to actually stay with the Warriors and be the top assistant there next year, and kind of take over Mike Brown's spot. So the Hornets are now back on the coaching search, and I think it's either Terry Stotts or Mike D'Antoni right now. So
I heard they met with Mike D'Antoni a second time, I think, or something like that. So
it's so funny. We thought that was going to happen before, and then we're like, oh, never mind.
Right.
Now it might be back on. So we'll see on that. The other things coming up for NBA, we do have the draft is actually Thursday. So I put up the draft lottery results, but the draft is happening on Thursday, and then free agency will follow the draft soon after. Free agency will start probably June 30th or July 1st. So we'll have plenty of time to talk about free agency. One news story that came out yesterday that may or may not be true was there's rumors that the Nets and Kyrie Irving are now at an impasse, and that the top 2 candidates, emerging teams interested, are the Lakers and the New York Knicks. I will say, for as much as Kyrie, he's a baller and everything like that, but he's always the king of the news off the court, never on the court. I feel like for the past year and a half. Mm-hmm. Do you think though that it's realistic that he would actually leave the Nets and land with the Lakers?
Leave the Nets? Yes. I don't. It's tricky, man. I'll just say this. I don't know if LeBron would really truly want to play with this Kyrie, right? When he was playing with Kyrie before, it was different. He was still really young, and LeBron came back. He's still that guy, but when he went back to Cleveland to play with a young Kyrie, LeBron was today's Michael at that point in time, right? He couldn't be stopped. No one could check him. He was that dude, and Kyrie kind of followed suit behind that. He knew LeBron was that dude. Kyrie doesn't have that same mentality anymore, and that's kind of what you're saying. He seems to always be in news outside of basketball. So I think no matter where Kai goes, man, I think he's just going to be really hard to play with no matter what going forward. He's a great basketball player, but he's a difficult person personally.
I don't know. I disagree a little bit. I just think LeBron, I think is different. I think that's the best. That's the best place for him to go to play with LeBron. That's when he's his best. I think he don't have to handle the ball. He can do his position. They know each other. They won together. They can make it happen. And I think why not? Lakers are known for having stars. That's what they do. They get stars. That's how LA do it. So why not try to do it? And I think you see what happened last year with Russ. Even though I love Russ, you got to take a chance because you got to think about it. AD and Kyrie and LeBron, that's a nice. But the only thing you got to look back is the injuries, though. They both don't play a lot of games. But other than that, I think you go. I think if you LeBron, you go for that. And they had you go back and look at it on Bleacher Report. So they kind of put it on there today. They had how it could happen. And you Lakers get Kyrie Irving, Steph Curry. The Nets get John Wall, and Russell Westbrook go back to Houston for a first round pick. That's the one scenario. And the other scenario is the same thing. Steph Curry, Kyrie go to Lakers. The Nets get they put the Pacers in it. They get Miles Turner and Malcolm Brogdon. And then the Pacers get Russell Westbrook and the first round pick. So and it have all the numbers there too. The numbers adds up too because everybody say that Westbrook his contract is too big, but it works out like that too. So I think if somebody put that together like that and it's facts, it could happen. So I really think I know for sure he's not going to be in the next year. Kyrie going to be gone for sure. This is where he's going to go, and he's not going to New York. He's not going to look what New York did to him last year. He couldn't play with the Saints, so he's not going there. So what's the other spot they go to? Is LA? Why not?
And why would he? I don't see why he want to go to the Knicks anyway. I still don't think there's anything promising for him except for being in the spotlight. But he can do that with LA.
But the only thing I would say is I think Russell Westbrook, he wouldn't go to Houston and he wouldn't go to he could go to Indiana, but not to Houston. But I can see Westbrook going to the Knicks though. I think he would fit well with the Knicks. So some kind of way they can fit the Knicks in there. I think Russell will go to the Knicks. I think so he wouldn't go, especially with his fashion thing. It's New York, it's big. You're not really playing from that. Really, just go ahead and play your brand of ball there and be one of the best players there. So that would happen. But I just see. I think Kyrie go to LA.
Man, it would be crazy. It would be crazy. Anthony Weston says Lakers need what he does. I wouldn't be surprised if it happened, but I guess I kind of would at the same time too, because it's like I don't know, like after even like last offseason, like the Lakers like getting Westbrook was so like, oh wow, like is that and it's like then they're gonna find a way to top it and make it even crazier, who knows?
Because you think about it too, that team say he do because like look at that team. That team is better than the Warriors this year to me, and the Warriors won this year. So I just think why not? Like I don't know. I like the lineup, man. I like that scenario how it happened. So we'll see, man. Like I said, I think all that talking. I think when LeBron is there, I think LeBron is like a big brother. He kind of like gonna shield him. Like Kevin Durant to me kind of left him out there. Like he didn't say anything, he didn't comment. But LeBron will be different. He gonna comment and say things about what's going on. Like if you don't like what he is, he'll tell him. You know what I'm saying? But he's quiet. I'm gonna stay over here and say something like that. But I think Kyrie gonna know that too. I think he knows his big brother gonna protect him over there, and it's LA, man. So why not?
That would be crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I did throw up some other free agents that are up there that are potentially, big pieces to move. Bradley Beal, I think he's smiling because he's finally going to get out of Washington. And then James Harden, who knows what's going to happen with him, honestly. But we'll see. I'm excited for that. But Pop says he's expecting trades draft night. And I do think that a lot of these players that are technically unrestricted free agents will end up maybe signing with their team now just to be part of trades. You know what I mean?
But I thought Zach LaVine was going to the Spurs. That didn't happen.
Oh, I think. Well, not
maybe
yet,
maybe just like a big room, and maybe he's on his way there. But I thought he was already going there. Maybe not.
Got you. No, I mean I think it would have to be rumor right now unless it was a trade though, because the free he'll be officially able to like sign with whoever after June 30th. So
yeah.
And Bronson, he stays too, right?
Probably, but he might just try to grab a payday. I don't know.
Well, also because Christian Wood is there now too, so they might mess his money up too. So
yeah,
but Christian Wood going there is a big thing for Dallas, man. I think that's all they was missing.
Yeah, man. I'd say thinking they can keep both of them, but like if you got to choose between the two, man, you keep Christian Wood, bro.
Yeah,
like, you keep Christian Wood
because you got to think about it. You get Wishcombe back next year too. Tim Hardaway Jr. He's back too, so. Yep. That's where that's gonna be a nice team, man, right there.
Christian Wood's talents were wasted last year with the Rockets, man. I think a lot of the games he missed, he was just missing because he didn't want to waste. He didn't want to risk getting injured or something on a wasteful team. But when that dude was playing, man, he was hooping.
We're gonna see how good he is too in Dallas. Watch.
Yep.
That's gonna be the West, man. Poor sons. Y'all done. Team gonna be better next year, man.
So happy, Marcus. That's so
yeah.
Okay, so my last question for NBA talk before we move off of this though is, I got our guy Chet Holmgren on the side there, and he's potentially rumored as a number 1 pick. I personally think in the league it's going to be a while before he could be effective just because of his body frame. Mm-hmm. I don't think necessarily he's a number 1 pick to me, but I was curious what you guys think. Do you guys think he will go number 1 on Thursday?
He shouldn't.
Top 3 though. Top 3 for sure.
Got you.
Because I think he goes to the Rockets because Christian Wood is gone, so they need a big there. So I think he goes there. He'll fit in over there.
I think you look
at the guy from Duke.
Yeah, yeah.
I think either him or the guy from Duke. Maybe the Rockets will be after Christian Wood left. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I think he go too. I think he go OKC.
Yeah.
I see my guy from Auburn going number 1 for sure. No doubt he's going number 1.
Yeah. I think
Smith,
so too.
I think his last name is?
Stephanie Washington says he needs to put on some weight. I definitely agree with that. He'll have to grow into.
But the thing is, I would say that early 90s, I would say he need to put weight on, but the NBA it's not bang bang lead no more. Like it's like you gotta be quick and shoot the ball.
But I don't know, man. It's crazy because like I don't know how much you've watched him. He's good, but he ain't Kevin Durant agile.
But I'm saying he's not gonna be a guy down there trying to bang up and get bored. He's tall, so he don't get bored all of it because his height and how he is. But to put weight on, to me, weight means he gotta get stronger. He don't be in the post and all that. That's not his game either. So I don't know if he's gonna put weight on though. I don't think he's gonna do that.
Maybe just get a little bit stronger though, because defensively he's gonna be eaten up.
Even KD just recently admitted he was like it's been rough with just his body size and how he's been getting banged up and pushed around a lot just because of his size. So, and he a perimeter player too. So I think he got to put on a little bit of size. He's gonna want to put on a little bit of weight, and that's not even just to bang down low. That's just to play with these guys in the NBA. They're just bigger. They're bigger. They're stronger. Like, you're going to see smaller dudes boxing him out and beating him up just because their bodies are just more man-like. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to want to get a little bit bigger.
PJ Tucker will take him out.
Yeah.
I'm not, and I'm not saying to stay the same way he is. Of course, when you go NBA, you're going to get stronger and everything like that. I just think, I don't think he's going to put like a lot of weight on him.
Don't get too big. Yeah.
I don't think so.
Anthony Weston says that has Charlotte written all over it, but I don't think there's any way he goes that far down.
Nah, he won't.
Yeah.
But he
never know.
Oh, he's saying they'll trade up to pick him up.
Oh, okay.
Maybe we'll see. But yeah, so we'll come back with the draft results next week, and we'll definitely talk about that. But that's pretty much all we got for NBA talk. It's gonna be a quick offseason though. You know, it's always gonna get crazy. We'll go right into the draft and then right into free agency so we can see how these teams are shaping up. So
yeah,
should be good. But then let's just go ahead and keep this thing moving.
I hate this time of year.
I know. So what's next again?
Other sports?
Oh yeah, other sports. Okay, so not football.
Yeah, not basketball. We did that already.
Oh, okay, like hockey.
Yeah, like hockey. Feel me?
Okay, like baseball. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Like soccer, right?
There we go.
Like soccer.
Like other sports. Okay, other sports. Let's get straight to the Stanley Cup final. Colorado is leading 2-1. On Tampa Bay. They were up 2-0. Won both games at home. Was especially dominant in game 2, winning 7-0. And then last night, Tampa Bay with a very good victory, a very tough fight. They were up though, and they won 6-2 last night. So back in the series, I'm not too worried. I expected game 3 to be their best game. Now game 4 becomes even more pivotal to see if the Avalanche can steal one on the road, or if the Tampa Bay Lightning are going to even this thing up and then make it a whole new series. So
it's crazy, man. Me watching hockey though, I can't believe you got me watching this stuff.
Hey, game 1 was good too, though. Like, they really came out and smashed them in game 2, but game 1 was good. I was like, this series might be a really good one, but Avalanche still look good, man. Even though Tampa's a good team, they were going to get one. They're going to get one.
I couldn't believe how the hype is in there. Like the crowd be really into that. I'm like, I didn't know hockey was like that. I'm like, what? This is kind of cool. I don't think I still won't watch this regular season. I'll watch playoffs a little bit more. I think the intensity is good. But I did have one question though, A-Dub. So they did take away y'all first goal. They took that away. I don't know if you agree with that or whatever, but it could have been 2-0. It could have been a whole different game right there. So you think they played a big role in that first goal?
I think it did. I think it did because they were coming out on their home ice, and within the first 5 minutes, we scored on them. Mm-hmm. And it was a very close call. I feel like being a homer, I was kind of hoping they would leave it only because it took them so long to decide. They looked at it for several minutes. But I do think that played a factor because it was like the building deflated, and then when they brought the goal back, it was like they were like, "Oh, like okay, we're right back."
It could have been over fast though. It could have been 2-0 real quick. They could have been like, "Dang, we can't beat these guys." Yeah.
I also do have to say that I feel like our goalie gave up some easy ones, and kind of just was a little bit loose last night. And I feel like hopefully his confidence isn't shaken. But they might just go to the backup in the next game. I'm not sure, but
they took him out too. How do you feel about him taking him out like that? Was the game already over?
Like in hockey, usually if your goalie, your starter gives up like 5-6 goals like that, you'll usually just take him out because you don't want to leave him in there and maybe he gives up 7 or 8 or 9 or something like that.
Okay.
So they'll do that traditionally to try to protect him. Like, hey, it's not your night tonight.
Okay.
Go ahead and sit him down. But the question is now, if they come back and go with the backup the next game, they're basically saying we've lost faith in you.
Yeah.
I
felt bad for him. Like, you call it walk of shame. I know that's the scale of shame. It's just like, golly, man. He's like, man.
He's like relieved, but also embarrassed. He's like, dang, at least I'm getting out of here. But the backup came in, didn't give up any goals, and played solid. So we'll see. But I just think the thing is, if the Avalanche get on the front foot, if they score 2-3 goals early on, you know, or if they score 4 goals in a game, like it's over. Like they're not going to lose, but they just need to get going first.
They score so quick, man. Because you know, hockey, like soccer, it's gonna take a while to get score. But that's why I kind of watching them. They score quick and they get a point. I'm like, all right, let's get it, man.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, I love it. I mean, they're very high flying offensively. A lot of action, a lot of shots on the net, and they just try to make stuff happen. So we'll see though. Game 4 is going to be very important. That's tomorrow night. And then before we get together again, this will be finished because I think it goes Wednesday, Friday, and then Sunday. So, so definitely go Avs. I know Anthony.
Hopefully you be in good spirits, man. We're gonna see.
We'll see. You know, last year the Grumpy Bear had to come out, so we'll see. Hopefully we don't see him again. Hopefully
hibernation, man.
Yeah. So Stephanie Washington saying there's a new 3-on-3 hockey league. Oh wow.
Like Ice Cube doing that too.
The big 3. It's called 3 Ice. That's kind of cool though. I actually like that because when it's less skaters, the ice is more open and there's way more scoring.
So do you make the rink a little smaller though? Because that's a big rink with just 6 people on it. I know, right?
It's probably the same rink though.
How many people is on the rink on a normal thing?
Normally it's 5 aside plus the goalie. So
6 on 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3. Yeah,
that'll be cool. But yeah, we'll see. I'll have to check that out. You know, I like that there's like more sports leagues just trying to make stuff happen. Like, we'll see, you know. You never know. And speaking of a new sports league trying to make something happen, Live Golf, they must have broke the bank again. They must have had some checks ready because they converted another player from the PGA Tour, Brooks Koepka now, which is another big name, another young, good golfer, a high-ranking golfer. Was able to leave, and it's surprising because he now knows what the punishments are, and he still chose to leave even after seeing that first event. So, Marcus, what do you think about the latest defactor from the PGA Tour?
It's funny though because Brooks, they did an interview the first, they do the big interviews before the U.S. Open this week, and he was very emotional, very frustrated because it was asking that people must already knew that he was leaving, and he got mad because like, how you know I'm leaving? Like, I guess he didn't like that. So when I seen him emotional like that, I'm like, he must be up to something. So when I seen him today, I wasn't too surprised he was leaving. But the thing about it is, like, we learn more and more. Like, I thought when you say suspended, you can't do the majors. You can still play the majors, so why not leave? Like, I could go over here and make all this money, still make them, and still play the majors, which the 4 majors is the Open, U.S. Open, the Masters, and the PGA Championship. So the way it is, I think I don't know, man. I gotta play it out, but I just think it's smart to me. Like the young players, it's smart to go over there. You get paid, you can still play the big championship. So. Yeah. They came out today to the PGA Tour. They trying to get something together to kind of go with them now because they know they're gonna lose some more people.
Right.
Because I guess the other league, USGA, they thought they were gonna kind of back them a little bit, but they're like, no, they can play in this.
They're so it's like wherever they want to play. Yeah.
So it's kind of like you guys not helping us out. So now we gotta do something to keep those guys here. So. I don't know. You're gonna have the guys who traditional, like JT. He gonna stay. Like those guys, like Rom. Those guys they traditional golfers. They gonna stay. But these other guys, if you lose a good 4 or 5 top guys that leave, they gonna be in trouble, man. So
yeah,
like I said, the only thing I'm worried about right now is those guys is how the money gonna keep coming in. Like I don't know where it's coming from. If they keep it rolling, they're gonna be here for a while. So. It's just surprising though, man. I thought when you suspended, you couldn't play the other thing. When you can still play those, though, forget it. Because he already won 4 majors. He already won a Ryder Cup, all that. So now he just is playing for money. Yeah, that's all it's about right now.
Yeah. No, I like what you said, and I'm glad you brought out the PGA Tour, what they announced today, because that's exactly what the golfers that talked about this breakaway league were talking about was, hey, this is going to force the PGA Tour to do better. And it's going to end up being better for all golfers, regardless of which side you choose. So they did talk about how they're going to revamp the schedule. They're going to have increased purses that are going to be worth at least $20 million now. And then they said that they're going to have at least 3 new events that have no cuts, have a limited field, and have purses of at least $25 million. So they're already talking about now creating new tournaments in a more style like Live, and bringing more money. So it's like, I think that the ones that stayed on the PGA Tour should be thanking all these golfers that are going to live because they're making it a real thing.
Exactly. They should. They've been talking a lot of noise behind the scenes, but they didn't, like you said, thank them because you think I don't know if this is happening all the time, but the Matt Fitzpatrick, he won this weekend the U.S. Open. He got paid 3.5. I don't think that's normally that high. I don't think it's like that. So I think they threw a little bit more in there. Like, hey man, we need you guys to stay around because
comparisons were coming out. Yeah,
because it's normally like at least like a 1.8, maybe 2, but 3.5 is a lot. And I'm like, that's not normal like that. So maybe they starting already early, trying to get more in the bag because that's not normal for a win.
Yeah, no, I agree. So we'll continue to monitor golf though, and loving the insight, Marcus. How's the game going for you?
It's going pretty good. I had to train my swing up a little bit. I played yesterday, so it's gonna take a couple of months for me to get that rotation because I had a one way high swing, so now I'm trying to change it a little bit. But it's getting there, man. It takes some little work, but we getting there, man.
That's what's up. All right. Other news. We do have some soccer news. So the World Cup is going to happen later in Qatar, and later this year. And something came out recently about they're having like a very strict, basically no sex policy at the World Cup because in Qatar, like where it's at. Basically sex outside of marriage is illegal. So they're basically doing these ad campaigns and they're warning people like, hey, if you're single and you're not married and you're coming down to like have fun at the World Cup, like we will be regulating and we will be monitoring for, I guess, unmarital affairs or whatever you want to call it. So, and they're talking about at least potentially or a maximum sentence of 7 years in prison would be the maximum sentence if you're caught for this. So just if anybody has plans to travel, just be safe out there. But that's kind of crazy. And it's one of those things where, I think sometimes people don't realize like how different things might be other places and just be careful, I guess, or whatever,
But the only thing people I don't know. It's like, you can get away with it. Like, unless you have a camera in my room, how you know what I did? So, I think they'll be okay.
Yeah, I think it'll be okay. It's just interesting that they're even like coming out with this type of like they're like just trying to warn people like, hey, don't I don't
because
know.
you won't have no World Cup there. It's a risk like that. You're not. They want that money, so they'll be okay. That's a lot of good talk though.
Yeah,
that's a lot of good talk though.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Also, over the weekend, they did finalize for the 2026 North American World Cup. Some of the U.S. cities that were going to be involved. Definitely got to say shout out to Atlanta. They're going to host a game, and hopefully I'll go out there for that. But that will be pretty cool, and I don't think that there'll be any extra rules like that or any type of restrictions. So, like Anthony said, won't be like that in 2026. So, and also, yeah, Kansas City did get a bid for a game, so I know that he's going to be out there. We'll need some frontline reporting for that one. For sure.
What would it be? Hockey, soccer for you? Which one's more important to you?
Oh, dang, that's a good question.
This or that?
I
know you got the jerseys, you into it, but which one you had to choose? You had to take one away.
Dang, I guess I would probably. I'll probably choose soccer over hockey.
Dang, really? Okay.
Even right now, it's hard to say that because I'm so into hockey right now, especially,
Yeah.
But soccer, like I'll wake up early for soccer. It's like less games. I try to watch like all the soccer games. Hockey during the season, it's hard to watch it so much. I don't know though. I like both though, so we'll see. I don't know. That's a tough one though. What would you? Well, I guess for you, do you have an opinion yet on those two or no?
No, I don't know. I don't know enough about either one of them, so I could go my life without both of them too. So,
right. You're like, it don't matter for me.
Yeah, it don't matter to me. I'm trying to get into hockey because of you, but other than that, I'm good.
Well, I'll get you into soccer too. We'll try a little bit of everything. We'll see what you like.
But hockey got some aggressive. You could get smash people and stuff. So that's why I think I would like it. That's why I like it a little bit more too.
Yeah, I know it is fun. Hockey is like, it is intense, so it's dope. I really do like hockey too. Anthony Weston says, "How did Phoenix not get selected?" I was asking the same question. But maybe it is because it's too hot in the summer. But we didn't even make the short list. Like there was like a list, and then they like narrowed it down from there, and we weren't even on the big list. So,
easy. He might come and have no heat stroke out here. It's hot,
bro. I don't even want to be here. What you mean?
That's true. It is going to be in July in 20. Yeah. So I mean,
bro, it's hot.
Unless you play in the Cardinal Stadium, it's covered. So
I mean, they played big games there before. They just recently played. Mexico and Uruguay played there.
Yeah.
So maybe I didn't think about that. So maybe that's one.
But that is a little bit disappointing, honestly, because I would like to see some World Cup soccer. So
do we still have a soccer team here? The Phoenix Rising?
The Phoenix Rising, we do. They're in the they're like in the league right underneath the MLS.
Oh, okay. Did they move? Because they was over there off the highway. I don't see it no more. Did they move the stadium?
It's still over there, but I don't know the deal because they were supposed to be trying to rebuild it or add on to it or something, but I don't know.
Okay.
I drove by there the other day and I was like, I just see like a little sign, but I didn't see that.
Yeah, I didn't see like I normally see it. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah. So, last thing we have up on here is baseball. Got to give a shout out to the Yankees, the first team to hit 50 wins already. They're doing really well. The Braves charging back. They started really bad, and now they just had a 15-game winning streak. I'm trying to remember who else is doing hot right now, but some teams are.
What my Astros doing, man? They hot right now?
No, they're doing okay though. I'll have to throw the standings up here next week so we can just kind of see. But let me see where the
50 wins. That's really fast.
West.
Yeah, it's fast. I think they've only lost like 18 games. No, it's low. Yankees winning. They winning out there right now.
Yeah, they're 50-17 so far.
Yeah.
So they got the best records in majors so far.
What is it pitching? Is it hitting or what? Just all around?
Hitting. Their pitching is actually done. I think their pitching is a little bit overachieving right now. Their offense is what's going to carry them though. And in the playoffs, they're going to need to maybe add like another pitcher or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. Rizzo, Judge, and Matthew are just they're blowing stuff
out. Kelly said, "Did we do World Series predictions? We didn't. I don't think we did any World Series predictions yet. So we're gonna have to do one soon. Right now, I don't know.
Astros, Yankees. Let's go.
Astros, Yankees. You say?
Can they are in the same division?
Yeah, they can't. They'd have to.
Oh, okay. They can't play the World Series.
I don't know. The Mets are doing really well too. I would love to see a Mets Yankees. Like that would be really gangster again.
Have that ever happened before?
That happened before in the 80s. Yeah, Subway Series.
Wow.
And then again,
World Series.
Yeah, the World Series. It happened again. It happened again, like in 2000 sometimes too.
Yeah.
Wow.
2000. Actually, yeah, the year 2000.
The Yankees win both.
Series. I think they did. Yeah.
We think so.
Yeah, because the Mets are always like the little brother. Let me see. Yeah, they won both.
Dave Gill played for so long. Was he on both of those teams?
No, I don't think so.
He said 80s, so he won the 80s.
Yeah. I don't know, but Subway, that would be cool to have another Subway Series. That would be pretty dope. But yeah, and then as my mom said though, we're gonna catch some live baseball this week. She's excited for pretzels and beer.
Put some cheese on it for me, moms. Put some dip it in some cheese for Marcus. All right, just a little bit.
That's what we always try to do. We rate the ballparks by like the scenery, and the food. It's not really about the game because it doesn't really matter about the game. It's more about the being there and the food for sure. So
when you go to this one, how many games you have left to make your thing? 4 more games.
After this trip, I'll need 4 more. Okay. I need to go to the Marlins, Tampa Bay, Toronto, and then I'll have to go back to Texas.
That's a new stadium, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it messed it up.
That's it. So I'm pretty close. I'm pretty close. Hopefully, maybe next year. I got to get out to Toronto though.
Oh, what's Bill said? Don't let her get the popcorn. What's going on? What's that story about that?
Somebody get popcorn. Well, she might be talking about something else. Actually, there is a funny story about my mom's at baseball games.
Don't get in trouble though. Don't tell a story. I don't want you guys in trouble. Y'all be grounded.
Let her tell it. Maybe we'll just have to let moms do a little story time maybe we could do a separate, and we'll just put
That
that on
is
YouTube
true.
channel.
We have had pops on the show a few times, but not moms. So moms, you overdue. At least I could pop in like this. You have to be a live one.
True.
Yeah, we can have her tell a story or two.
Yeah. So moms, you
Especially
just before the year's out.
stadiums with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta get moms in here.
Yeah, that's what's up. Let's do that.
Especially
We'll
since
do
your
like
Rams won, your lucky Rams won, so you should have been on before that at least.
That's
True. She got the Rams and the Bulldogs this year, so she
got look at you.
Yeah.
Is she a Cowboy? Oh, I was about to say she's a Cowboy, so we didn't get in that luck. So
dang, Stephanie Washington, she's been to Marlins and Rays. So see, I need the hookup. Those are the two. I still need both of those. But yeah, Anthony Weston says, "I'm sorry for 2015. Go Royals." That's funny. Yeah. So no, but that's what's up. So I think that's pretty much it, though. Serena is playing in Wimbledon, and she did win her first match this week, but it was a doubles match. But she's back in action, so that's what's up. She's doing she's my mom said it was peanuts. Yeah, we definitely have to tell the story. It wasn't Puckwood, it was peanuts. But yeah, we'll have her tell that story. That's too funny. So Serena playing in Wimbledon, we'll see. Hopefully she'll win a couple matches at least, but I'm not sure if she can get it done all the way. So, but yeah, that's it. I'm looking over. Do you guys have anything else you wanted to?
I had one thing. Speaking of the draft, they showed the '96 draft. I didn't realize how many stars was in that. Is that the best draft ever?
It's got to be, in my opinion, it is.
Man, I was watching it, man. I was like, "Oh, you got drafted in '96 too?" I'm like,
yeah, I'll pull up the picture because the picture is legendary.
Right.
I'm like, I didn't know it was that many. Like everybody in it wasn't like one bad player, maybe one, but those names on that was crazy. I was like, wow.
Yeah,
I didn't know Ben Wallace was even. I'm like, you was on that draft? He came from nothing. Like, he would have made a D1 school. So I was like, man, that's insane.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can share this real quick. I'll share this out real quick. You guys know I'm so slow though. So
no, it's all good. I just thought about that since the draft.
Okay, can you guys see this one?
Yeah.
Wait, this doesn't even have everybody here.
Yeah, that's not everybody on that draft, but they did that whole documentary. I sent it today, and I was like, "You was on that? You was on that? You was?" I'm like, "This is crazy." But even that right there, all those guys was good. Only person I don't know is the guy on the ground over here next to Kittles. Who's that?
Oh no,
It looked like the Celtics though. I don't know who that is, but he's the only one I don't know who it is. But everybody else was pretty nice. Even the guy in front of Antoine Walker, I forget his name, but he was good in New York though. I remember him. Oh, is it Wallace? Is it Wallace?
Yeah.
So Marcus Camby, Stephon Marbury, Kobe, Sharif, Raheem, not Raheem,
Abdul Rahim,
Jermaine O'Neal, Steve Nash, Antoine Walker. I think the guy in front of him is Wallace, Kerry Kittles, and Ray Allen.
Yeah. What about Lorenzen Wright? No, that's not him.
No, I don't know.
But also Jermaine O'Neal was in that draft class. There's so many.
Yeah, Jermaine O'Neal right the Blazers. Yeah. That's him right there.
It's crazy though.
Yeah. But it should be a good draft though. The
documentary is called Ready or Not.
Oh, she was right. Caleb son passed away. That was kind of sad too, man. He was a good player. He was real close to Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
I don't know how he passed though. How did you know how he passed?
I haven't seen anything yet. I just keep seeing the prayers up posts and stuff, but I haven't seen the actual how it happened.
Oh, John Wallace, that's his name. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's praying for his family, but I know he was pretty good though. I heard of that name. I didn't really see him play that much, but they said he can ball though.
Yeah. Let me see here. Oh, Stephanie Washington wants to give a shout out to the Aces, 13-2. I didn't realize they were doing that well. Dang. Yeah. I know the Mercury are struggling.
They struggle so hard right now.
Yeah.
I wonder why. Why are they struggling? I'm like, what's going on? Are they missing somebody?
I don't know.
Pops is funny.
Kelly says never put Socks in the corner. I do got to give a shout out to Socks, my couch guest for the day.
How'd you get that so fast, though?
Oh, I had him already. I was ready with him. But I don't know. I don't know if you. What did you think of Lightyear though, Marcus? You went to go see it?
It was cool. I'm always a critic of movies. I always see something you could do better.
Right.
It was cool. I just wish they could have made her granddaughter. Was it Leslie? Lizzie. They should have made her more of like she could do something. They made her like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I can sound other people that couldn't do that, but she should have been like doing a little something, man. You know, her grandma was a ranger, man. You know,
yeah.
So I wish I could have made her like more of a dope ranger. You know, so
go harder.
Yeah. And then my kids, I didn't know they was like, oh, that's his dad. I was like, what are y'all talking about? They were talking about Lightyear. I'm like, how did y'all know that? So how I didn't never ask them. I'm like, shh, be quiet. They were saying all loud. People were like, what? So how do they know that? Is it something I don't know?
Well, no, I think they're probably referring because in Toy Story 2 there was like a joke that like Zurg was Buzz's dad.
But it's really himself though, right? So it can't be his dad though, right?
Right.
Okay.
We don't want to give out too many spoilers. But
I'm sorry.
That was from Toy Story 2. I think that's why they were trying to say like that they thought it was his dad. So
my bad, y'all. I shouldn't have said. I'm sorry about that.
No, you're good. You're good.
But yeah, other than that, it was. I love the graphics. The graphics was insane though. Like how they, I'm like, how did they do that? It makes it look so real, you know. So, but like I said, other than that, it was pretty good. I don't know when Kyle you went, so I said I'm gonna take them over here and see this.
Yeah. No, for sure. I thought it was cool, but yeah, the graphics. Pixar always does the graphics good. So seeing that was dope. I was like all ready for that.
But what you said too about Woody, about them making his own thing, they had to do it. It just has to happen now, you know.
Yeah, if they did like a western, like an old western movie,
that's gonna be so tight. Yeah, I think they're gonna do it too. You have to. You can't just do him by himself, you know.
Right.
Will he be the only one to get one? You think them two, or he do
probably because they're like the main ones, like they're like the main.
Okay.
The main two,
everybody else like support cast.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, Kelly said she knew all the battles and strategy. That's true. She had the plans down. She usually had an idea. Izzy, the granddaughter, and Stephanie says Sox was the best though.
Yeah. So about Sox. So was Sox a new character in this movie or Sox before?
Yeah, no, he was new to this movie. Like he
okay.
The only person that was in this movie already was Buzz himself. That's it. But I do got to say he has something he wanted to say. I don't know what he's going to say. Dude, I just love the fact that his mouth moves too. I'm like, I gotta make him talk. But no, he was the best
bigger next to you though. Back there, it looked that big, but next to you, that's a big thing.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do something special with this too. Like, or I'm gonna get another one of these and do something different with it too, from the movie.
Yeah,
that'll be tight.
But yeah, Sox is a big role in that movie, so y'all watch it.
Yeah, that was good stuff. Last thing we'll mention though. Free Brittany Griner. She was supposed to have a phone call recently, but I guess it didn't go through. But she was supposed to have a phone call with her wife recently. But yeah, hopefully she.
Wait, so she can't even get phone calls?
No, the only thing right now that they've confirmed she's been able to do is if you send, they can send emails and they'll like print it out and read it to her.
Wow.
But she was supposed to get a phone call and I guess it didn't. Something happened to where like it didn't get patched through properly. But. I don't know.
It kind of makes you mad now, man. That's like, dang, man. That's
a whole different ball game. Like it's crazy to think about. So hopefully they'll do something and figure that out soon. But we'll see.
Come on, Joe Biden, man, make something happen.
Yeah, figure it out.
All
right,
quit riding bikes.
This fool too busy giving out billion dollars for other countries.
That's crazy.
Did y'all see that though?
Yeah, it's too funny. Okay, so, Kelly says someone said Rex should have an origin story. That would be.
That's what I was thinking too. There'll be a dope. There'll be I think he'll be a third one. There'll be dope, like in a dinosaur type thing. They would be kind of dope. They would be dope. That's
figure out how he got so scared of everything.
I would say just them. I said 4, so I would say Rex and then Mr. Potato Head and his wife.
Oh, that would be
you guys come like that. Those 4, I think those would be good.
That would be tight. That would be tight. All right, we got some ideas. We just need to hit up the people at Pixar.
Yeah, I'll email them after we got the show and we'll see what they say.
There you go.
That's what's up. All right, that's what it is. I think that's going to close it out for episode 147. We'll be back next Tuesday. We'll talk about the NBA draft results and we'll power through the offseason of some of these, and we'll be crowning the Colorado Avalanche the Stanley Cup champions on that episode too. So that'll be a very special episode. You don't want to miss it. But until then, it's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Shizzy.
Happy Taco Tuesday. Peace out, y'all.